Sometimes we get to certain places, I remember back through the years, and just stop, and I felt like I needed to go from where we are. And I just always tried to have a heads up on what the Lord wanted me to do and when He wanted me to do it. I wish that I could begin to learn how to operate stuff. That's what I wish. Blinking. Now push it on full. Now it's a steady. I just set it right there. Will explode in a minute. I pour some of this stuff on it right here. Hand sanitizer. That's important. Keep your hands sanitized while you're in church. Well, I'm sure. Young people still get it, and the old folks are going, as we're doing that song, I really felt, and I don't have a message. I just want to go a couple places with you this morning, and I want you to tolerate, I guess, where I'm going to take you. First of all, I don't want to have any theological discussions with you about healing. I know what the Bible says about healing. I've preached the Word for 30 years. The Bible tells me that He is Jehovah Rapha, the Lord our God who heals. I have no doubt in His ability to heal me instantaneously. I have no doubt in His ability to heal me through a process. I have no doubt that the ultimate healing comes when I leave here. What I want to share with you right now is not necessarily even about life or death. It's about living. And what I felt like I heard the Lord say to me, and it was odd because my son had just actually, he and I got the doctor's report that this was a stage 4 cancer. By the way, I'm learning a lot of things. I don't necessarily want to, but I'm learning them anyway. That if it shows up in more than one place, it's automatically stage 4. So stage 4 doesn't mean the end of the world. I didn't receive that as a death warrant. I didn't receive that as a death certificate. I didn't receive it as anything but, oh well. And my son was with me, and it probably wasn't 2 minutes later that Ryan Hoover walked in the room. And when he did, it made me realize that the issue of what we deal with on a day-by-day basis is how we live. It's how we live for today. My perspective has never been the same. At any other time that I've preached during 30 years has never been the same. Because all you well-meaning saints of God and all you who love the Word, and I love the Word, but I'm telling you there's a good chance that I may be on the other side of eternity this time next year. To say I'm not puts myself in the position of God. Who are you? Where were you when I created the earth? What are you going to tell me to number my days? So just like I'm not going to let any of you number my days, I'm not going to let a doctor from oncology number my days. Am I clear with everybody? I just want us all to get on the same page. I think it helps that we're all on the same page. I love life. I love being here today. I love being alive. I look around at people who mean more to me than they could ever know. So this whole thing is about life. And it's about being willing to get up every morning and to fight. When you have the opportunity to look at people and answer the question, how are you doing today? You have an opportunity to say a whole lot. Am I doing fine? No. As Val Kilmer said in that famous part, I'm dying. How are you? But right now, I live.
Come on. That's
Are you,
all of us.
Are you listening to me? And right now, you live. There's not a soul in this building has the guarantee, I don't care what you confess, there's some confession Christians that went to church this morning and didn't make it. They were killed in automobile accidents, loved Jesus just as much as I ever loved him. Now, if y'all don't believe that, I'm sorry. I don't know what book you're reading out of.
Come on.
But it's living in a state of being appreciative. That God loved me enough. I want all you guys from Rec. God, if y'all hadn't come, I'd have been fine. Stand up. I want everybody from Rec to stand up. I want everybody that knows me from Rec to stand up. Wives too, spouses too. You can sit down. I started training. How long have you been training, John?
About 6 years.
6 years. I started down at Mike's place. And then when Mike moved over to Ryan's and moved over there, met some of the most phenomenal people that God has ever sent into my life. And I'm telling you, I believe that deep within me, the warrior spirit that I know that is there that the Lord gave me was pushed by these men and instilled me to fight. I am a fighter. Just for the fun of it, I'll tell you this. I asked this doctor, I said, how could this thing have gotten this far and me not know about it? You know what he said to me? I took that treadmill thing, man. Oh, I'm tough on treadmill. You do that heart thing? Yeah, man, what you got to have? 138 heartbeats a minute for 1 minute. We'll knock that out. You just tell them. Up to 152, Mr. Henry. Keep going. How many more you need now? 2 minutes. You tested with the heart of a 43-year-old man. You in good physical shape. You don't tell me. Look at me, man. Go, what's up with you? And he said that a lot of times the body will suppress even tiny signals because you've learned to move and work through pain. And it's because I was in such good shape that it took them so long to get to where I am. But it's because I'm in such good shape that my mindset is one of fighting. And I am honored beyond measure for the days and the times that I trained with you guys. You are the best in the world. You have deposited into my life. And for what it's worth, I would die for every one of you. You guys are the greatest on the planet. I'm just telling you. You're the best of the best. And I love you. To live in the moment means that today I'm going to give it my best shot. And I may not feel worth anything this afternoon. If things prove to be as they are, I won't. I want to go take me a shower. I want to go lay down and I want to sleep. But meanwhile, I'm making memories with my grandkids. Got another one on the way with my kids. And I don't know whether any of you will understand this. But in the end, all things will be restored. In the end, restoration will come in every way. It was 2 years ago in April that Crystal and I separated. I probably haven't in the past 16 months talked to her more than 2 hours, except for the past week, and we probably talked close to that just over the past several days. Now I want to make a real clear statement, and listen, man, please hear me on this. I'm not calling everybody to be like me. I'm just telling you who I am and what I'm about. I made a commitment to that woman. I love her now. I always will love her. And I'm committed to that covenant that I made with the Lord until this is gone completely. And this is what my son has instructions to do. On the minute I draw my last, he's going to take this ring, he's going to place it on that book, Redeeming Love, and he's going to pass that on to my wife, depending on where we are. Let me tell you something else that's happened to me that is phenomenal, and I hope every one of you can go through this way. And I don't know, I'm not a psychologist, and I haven't got all the processes worked out, and the grief and the sorrow and the anger and the whatever it is you're supposed to work through while you're working through this. I'm just telling you that because of the men that I hung around who trained me physically, and the men that I hung around who trained me and prayed with me spiritually, I am not afraid of anything. That includes death.